identification. My pronouns are she and her. Challenged by our liberating faith, we discover deeper spiritual meaning, nurture loving community, cultivate courageous connections, and partner in the work of justice. This is our September Community Sunday, in which we have a number of engaging activities you are invited to participate in following our shortened service. We'll describe these activities a bit later. Welcome to all of you in person or on the live stream, and we are pleased to have guests with us in the room and participating virtually. I encourage you to reach out to our Director of Member Relations, and also the parent orientation is today at 11:30 in Bernstein, and child care for that is provided in the nursery, which is the Emerson room. I'll be there to tell people where that is if you don't. This morning, we invite you to consider cultivating relationships. What does it take to connect on a deeper, more meaningful level? What does it mean to cultivate these relationships over time? Where in our lives can we do this, and how does that matter to UUs? We'll be pondering this morning. Again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you, whether you're here in person or joining those days when your mouth just doesn't work. Whether you're here in person or joining via live stream, whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, origins, identities, and genders. We're all growing, all learning, all loved. It is good to be together. Come, let us worship together. Please rise in body or spirit to sing our opening song, number 188, Come, Come, Whoever You Are. The words are on the screen. Our chalice lighting this morning comes in a pair of chalice lighting and in closing words. Love Remains the Center by Herrick. We light this flame to remind us love is the center. As we grow and connect, mature and deepen, love remains the center. When the light of truth burns all else away, love remains. May our chalice flame burn bright with love as our fuel. want to think about cultivation and cultivating relationships today, and so I'm going to tell you a story about that. Many of you might not know my UU origin story yet. I've been a religious professional for going on 20 years. I started working for my first congregation in 2005. But I've actually been going to UU churches since way back in the 1900s. 1997. I was a single mom, a mom all on my own, with a 2-year-old daughter named Tatiana. I lived with my best friend Sherry and her 4-year-old daughter, Caitlin. And we were pretty much on our own then. Sherry and I did our best, parenting the 2 girls, supporting each other. But the girls started asking questions about what we believed in. They wanted to know about God, about what happens when people die, and so much more. And when the question came, we often started with, well, some people believe this, and lots of people think different things about that. But one day, very frustrated and angry, Caitlin said, "You're getting on my nervous." This is how she would tell us she was frustrated with us. She continued, "I don't care what some people believe. I want to know what we believe." Wow. That struck Sherry and I pretty hard, so we decided we would try out the local UU church. I liked the music and the words and the things they supported, and the girls loved being there, so we kept going. And I was proud I had done something good for my daughter. But one day, it hit me though, that the church was more than Sunday mornings. It was more than sitting in the chairs and hearing good words and listening to good music. It was a community, and I didn't have one of those then. So I started going to classes, teaching in classes, not the ones my daughter was in. That was a bad idea. I sang in the choir, I helped with stewardship. I started making connections and building relationships, and one day I realized I was a part of the community too. Building relationships and serving the community, it's one of the ways I built my UU identity. And becoming a stronger UU kept me on the journey that brought me here today. Today's reading comes to us from Cultivating Trust as an Organizing Strategy, Lessons from Mycelium Mushrooms by Adaku Utah. Mycelium mushrooms have been one of the greatest teachers of trust. The word mycelium means more than one. The mycelium organization is a dynamic root system of mushrooms that utilizes trust as a mechanism to build and sustain a vast, reciprocal, underground network, one that works together. And it connects the roots of trees and plants and skillfully shares nutrients and resources to support the health of the entire ecosystem which it moves. The mycelium network cannot exist without trust. The mycelium communication highway recognizes and believes in the collective ability to channel and receive nutrients where needed, protect against parasites, other bad things, and expand roots into necessary places of growth. The network process also fosters intergenerational relationships that welcome the myriad of ancient wisdom and connections that reside in older trees to benefit younger trees. These mushrooms affirm a commitment to building relationships of trust that encourage all life to bloom. It takes courage to bring our trust forward and invite another person to meet us there. This sometimes sure, often shaky surrender is an opportunity to discover something deeper than the confines of our individual experience. A catalyst to grow beyond ourselves, to find the places where love can exist, and even where we are unsure of the destination. To embrace a kind of faith brave enough to yield a wider focus, often unseen with a singular lens. Cultivating trust is an organizing strategy. It illuminates the distinct potential to generate meaningful communication, yield collaboration grounded in sustenance, bolster collective commitment, and acknowledge competence and worth. It basically means we care about and work together for the good of the whole. Trust intercepts blame and attack and invites care and compassion to take the lead. It takes the time to ensure that practices are aligned with values. In times of crisis, trust knows that you won't be intentionally hurt by your comrades. It relies on our imagination's harvest and initiates possibility filled with hope and inspiration. We can learn a lot from the mycelium networks, I think. Trust encourages us to delegate and share our work so imbalance dissolves and burnout fades. Trust invites us all to come together for the sake of collective liberation. So ends the reading. I invite you to join me in a time of contemplation. Breathe deeply. Be present to the spirit of life which is in us and through us and around us, to those human connections that give us strength when we struggle and celebrate when we are joyful. This gathered community hears and holds both difficulty and ease as we honor the experiences that make each of us who we are. Today, our hearts are with Bill Gay, who is in the hospital with injuries from a fall on Friday. They are not life-threatening injuries, but last we heard he is in quite a bit of pain. Our thoughts are with Ethan, Lisa, Amelia, and Lily Hagan on the death of Grandma Hagan. And we join in celebration with Alex Tax, who recently passed the Civil Engineering Principles and Practices Examination, also called the PE exam. This 8-hour exam culminates Alex's efforts to become a registered professional engineer in North Carolina and is a significant career milestone. And now, please join me in a moment of silence as we honor the concerns shared today and all those that remain in our hearts. Please hear this prayer. God of many names, great spirit that abides, we are here together, yet often feel apart. It is when we center love in all we do that our connections reach deep, that our relationships hold strong. May we find love and be love in this community and in the world today. Hear these words. May we find love in this place, love in our hearts, love for the broken down, love for the lonely, lonely for those yet to feel whole, love for those in between, love for those out of our reach. May we find love, add love, and be love in this world. Amen. In honoring our relationships, sometimes I like to offer a lighter side moment. And so I offer you these small relationship questions. What is the loneliest cheese? Provolone. Provolone. What do you call a boat that's full of your friends? A friendship. What do you call friends you like to eat with? Taste buds. The September Share the Plate recipient is Open Door School, who shares space here. And along with sharing space here, Open Door School has been offering progressive and creative preschool curricula since 1966. Our Share the Plate contributions will help them provide scholarships. As well, we are grateful to our members who pledge their generous financial support and make regular contributions to sustain the work of our congregation. The offering will now be gratefully received. Sick of me yet? At the conclusion of our service in a few moments, you will be invited to participate in one of our Community Sunday sessions. For those of you who may not have been here before, we have a brief worship service followed by separated, you choose amongst choose your own adventure kind of activities that we offer. Listed on the screen now, and they will be listed again at the end of the service. The sessions this morning are Cultivating Courageous Connections with me in the Bernstein room, which is downstairs in the office suite. A deep dive into UU hymnody with John here in the sanctuary. It's It's going to be an exciting look at hymns and lyrics and where they come from and all that good stuff. And then the last one we have, which I'm sure some of our youngers might enjoy, is Kitchen Gardening Beyond Herbs. There's several activities that are going on, and that's going to happen outside on Playground 2, which is the one on the parking lot side. Please rise in body or spirit for our closing hymn, and remain standing for our closing words. Closing words, what I meant to say when I described the activities is that if you have youngers that are 6 or under, if they do not choose to go to one of the activities, are welcome to go to the nursery. We are now offering that for 6 and under. Our closing words are the companion to the chalice lighting. Love remains the center. When we extinguish this flame, it will remind us love is at the center. As we explore and rest, engage and heal, love remains the center. When all we can see is cold ashes, love remains. Our service is now ended. Please join me in our shared chalice extinguishing, after which we will go to our chosen Community Sunday activities. The words are on the screen and they begin, "We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Go in peace.